The skies over Europe are a tense battleground, with Russia's formidable aerospace forces on one side, showcasing their might and technological prowess. On the other side, Hungary's determined NATO-backed air force stands ready, a crucial part of the alliance's defensive strategy. Russia's air fleet is vast and diverse. Strategic bombers, high-tech fighters, all projecting Moscow's power far beyond its borders, asserting dominance in the air. Legendary Sukhoi and Mikoyan jets are built for raw power and intimidation, designed to secure Russia's vast frontiers and maintain a formidable presence. In contrast, Hungary's air force is small but sharp, flying the Swedish-made Saab JAS 39 Gripen, a jet known for its versatility and efficiency. The Gripen is about smart technology, low operating costs, and rapid deployment, perfect for NATO's needs, ensuring quick adaptability in various scenarios. Hungary's 14 Gripens are tailored for quick response and seamless integration with allied forces, enhancing collective security. Russia's Su-35s are heavy hitters, built for air dominance and long-range missions, capable of executing complex maneuvers with precision. Hungarian pilots, though fewer, are rigorously trained to NATO standards, constantly practicing interceptions and air combat maneuvers, ensuring readiness. The real contest isn't just about machines, it's about systems. Pilots, controllers, and intelligence working as one cohesive unit. Russia's numerical advantage is clear, but Hungary's edge is in agility and alliance, leveraging the strength of its partnerships. This is a classic David versus Goliath scenario, played out in the skies above Europe, where strategy and skill are as crucial as numbers. Both sides know their strengths, and their roles in a much larger strategic game, where every move is calculated and significant. The stage is set for a high-stakes encounter, where the balance of power hangs in the air, waiting to be tipped. October 6, 2025. The Baltic Sea is tense as Russian military exercises near NATO borders put Allied forces on alert. Russian bombers and fighters, flying without transponders or flight plans, test NATO's response. Two unidentified aircraft lift off from Kaliningrad, heading straight for NATO airspace, deliberate, provocative, and unannounced. NATO's Combined Air Operations Center in Germany tracks them, cross-referencing intelligence. The lack of transponder signals forces an interception. This is a challenge, not a mistake. Today, the Hungarian Air Force deployed to Lithuania for Baltic air policing is on quick reaction alert. Pilots are suited up, jets armed and fueled, ready to scramble at a moment's notice. The atmosphere is tense. Any second the siren could send them racing into the sky. The klaxon blares, adrenaline surges. Captain Andras Kovács and Lieutenant Petra Varga spring into action. Ground crew rushes to ready the Gripens as the pilots sprint to their jets. Kovács climbs in, running pre-flight checks by memory, the cockpit glowing with data. Target information streams in from NATO controllers, unknown contacts inbound. Within minutes, canopies lock, engines roar, and the jets thunder down the runway. Havoc 1-1, cleared for takeoff. Afterburners ignite, and the Gripens leap skyward. The pilots form up, climbing fast, data links connecting them to each other and to ground control. The initial rush fades, replaced by cold focus. They're flying to intercept the unknown. Their mission: intercept, identify, and escort. The Guardians are airborne. The confrontation is moments away. At 25,000 feet, the Hungarian Gripens slice through the thin air, combat-ready and alert, their radars sweeping the vast sky for any sign of threat. Every instrument in the cockpit hums with anticipation, as pilots scan for the slightest anomaly. Data streams in from advanced sensors and NATO's AWACS, fusing together to create a full, real-time tactical picture. In distant command centers, analysts and officers monitor every blip, every movement, guiding the pilots with up-to-the-second intelligence. The Russian jets, still silent, still dark on the radio, close in, just 50 miles away now. Their approach is measured, deliberate, a silent challenge in the cold air. Captain Kovács, calm and focused, directs Varga to high cover, a standard procedure for mutual protection. Each pilot knows their role, relying on training and trust in their wingman. The Russians ignore repeated radio calls, refusing to break their silence, escalating the tension in the cockpit and on the ground. Radar confirms it. Two Su-35 flanker Es, closing in fast, their signatures unmistakable. These are Russia's top air superiority fighters, bristling with advanced missiles and cutting-edge avionics. Kovács knows he's likely being tracked by their powerful radar, a silent electronic duel playing out in invisible waves, each side probing for weakness. He maneuvers carefully, approaching for visual ID, but staying just outside the enemy's missile threat range. Every move calculated to minimize risk. 300 feet away, Kovács finally sees the Su-35's tail numbers and the deadly missiles slung beneath its wings, a stark reminder of the stakes. The Russian pilot turns his head. Two adversaries lock eyes through their visors, each representing their nation's resolve, their training, and their willpower. The sky becomes a chessboard, every move deliberate, every maneuver a test of nerve and strategy in this high-stakes aerial ballet. The stakes are high, but the rules of engagement are clear. One wrong move could change everything in an instant. This is deterrence in action, a tense, silent standoff in the sky where discipline and resolve keep the peace for now. In the Su-35, Major Dmitry Volkov sits calm and collected. This is routine for him, a practiced display of Russian power and confidence. He's done this before, and every movement is deliberate, almost ritualistic, as he prepares for what could be a defining moment in the skies. His mission today is clear: provoke a NATO response, observe their tactics, and send a message of strength back to Moscow. Every detail matters, from the way he taxis to the runway to the final radio check before takeoff. The flanker's raw power is at his fingertips, engines roaring with potential. But today's confrontation is not about missiles or dogfights. It's a psychological battle, a test of nerves and discipline. Volkov expects nothing less than professionalism from his NATO counterpart, knowing that any misstep could escalate tensions. In the Gripen, Captain Kovács is equally focused, his cockpit a model of efficiency and clarity. Every switch and display is designed for rapid response, allowing him to concentrate fully on the mission. He's acutely aware of the Su-35's imposing size and heavy armament, but he trusts his own jet, his wingman flying close by, and the networked support from command overhead. Together, they form a shield of vigilance. Kovács documents the encounter meticulously, capturing high-resolution images of the Russian jet, its tail numbers, and visible missile types, building a record for intelligence and future reference. This evidence is vital, not just for intelligence gathering, but for documenting the violation and informing diplomatic channels. Every image could be crucial in the tense chess game of international relations. Both pilots feel the immense weight of responsibility. They are deterrents, not aggressors, standing as guardians on the edge of conflict. Their actions must be precise, firm, and above all, de-escalatory. Every maneuver is calculated to avoid misunderstanding, to keep the peace. This is a silent conversation between adversaries, each pilot playing their part in a high-stakes drama, communicating through movement and restraint rather than words. The encounter is tense, but controlled. The world is watching, and every second in the sky could shape the headlines of tomorrow. The Su-35 Flanker E is built for dominance, super maneuverable, fast, and heavily armed. Its thrust vectoring engines and powerful radar make it a formidable adversary in any airspace. The flanker's size means long range and endurance, perfect for patrols and intimidation. It's a symbol of Russian might, designed to overwhelm. The Saab JAS 39 Gripen, by contrast, is smaller, lighter, and smarter. Its strength is in advanced sensors, data links, and operational flexibility. Gripens share sensor data seamlessly, giving pilots a unified battle space picture. Designed for dispersed operations, the Gripen is cost-effective and agile. For Hungary, it's a force multiplier, technology and information over brute force. In the Baltic, both jets embody their nation's philosophies of air power. These mid-air encounters are calculated moves, not accidents. For Russia, they're training, intelligence gathering, and political messaging, reminders of their reach and power. Flying without transponders forces NATO to react, revealing response times and procedures. For NATO, intercepting Russian jets demonstrates unity and resolve. An attack on one is an attack on all. These missions reassure allies and deter aggression. The encounters are also intelligence opportunities, close-up looks at Russian hardware and electronic signatures. Analysts study every detail, building a clearer picture of potential threats. It's a shadow game played for real stakes. Every flight is a test of readiness and resolve. For 15 minutes, the Gripens shadow the Su-35s, a silent, tense escort. Both sides achieve their objectives. Russia provokes a response. NATO answers with professionalism. The Russian pilots, mission complete, bank east and depart. Kovács reports their exit. Mission accomplished. Relief settles in the cockpits and on the ground. The situation is diffused without escalation. The Hungarian pilots turn for home, tension fading as routine returns. They've defended NATO airspace and demonstrated alliance readiness. No shots fired, but the message is clear. The line is held. Intelligence from the encounter will be analyzed, adding to NATO's understanding. The shield held firm. Another chapter in the ongoing contest above Europe. This encounter is a snapshot of modern European security: constant vigilance, professionalism, and restraint. Air policing is about more than dogfights. It's about managing tension and sending clear signals. Even small air forces play vital roles in collective defense. The pilot's discipline prevents escalation. One wrong move could spark crisis. The Su-35 and Gripen represent different philosophies, but both are effective in their roles. In today's air combat, networks and information are as crucial as raw power. Peace in Europe is actively maintained by those who stand watch, in the air and on the ground. These encounters test readiness and resolve, defining alliances and deterrence. The quiet determination of these pilots is what keeps the lines and the peace intact.